Can't begin my day until I've had a Dickens cider.
There's nothing better than waking up to a good old Dickens cider.
My girlfriend loves Dickens ciders. My sister came to stay with us for a month, and my husband couldn't go a day without the Dickens cider.
My girlfriend loves a Dickens cider.
My mum loves a Dickens cider.
My sister loves to wake up in the morning with a Dickens cider.
I'm a bit young, but I would love to try a Dickens cider.
So there you have it. For over 150 years, Frederick von Dickens has developed a beverage that literally brings women to their knees. So fellas, for the sake of the economy, get a Dickens cider.
What is up, everyone? Welcome to WO Radio.
By go get a Dickens cider.
I can hear that over and over. It's just funny. Okay, how many times you hear it?
It never gets old.
No. Guys, welcome. Today we got a special guest in-house. Well, excuse me, not in-house, but we got a special guest on the show. Some babbling fat man here. My good buddy, good guy from Bv Nation Radio, the owner, proprietor, Mr. J-Dub. J-Dub, thank you for coming, sir.
Absolutely. Appreciate it, brother. Thanks for having me on, man.
Yeah, not a problem. Real quick, let's get to some guys here. Daryl went. Oh, he was first today. Well, wait a minute. I have the same timestamp for him and Dean. So guess what? Both of you bitches, good job. Thank you very much. Carl's in there. Carl, he's here.
Carl.
Yes. Hey, just remember, don't put your fingers anywhere where you put your face. Oh,
yeah.
Why not?
Remember that. That's quality advice right there.
Yeah,
if you're not willing to put your face there, don't put your fingers there. Just saying.
And that's right. Our head producer's checking in. Elo, you sexy shoe. Okay.
Thank you. It's been a while since somebody's called me something so sweet. I'm telling you.
Finally, someone recognizes the handsomeness on the screen. Okay, even though I didn't shave. I mean, listen, I don't have to shave it once every 2 weeks anyway. So I mean, one of us got yeah. Anyway, tonight we're going to do a little different, gentlemen. We're going to talk about some Oregon trip that we had, and we're going to tell you some true facts. We're going to show you some pictures and a video. It's going to be up to you to make your own conclusion of what you think happened. We know what happened. We were there, but we're going to tell you some facts. But we're going to do that at 6 o'clock, the top of the hour. But we're going to get into our normal crap. So without further ado, J-Dub, tell us how your week was.
Oh, not bad, man. Just trying to get back in the swing of things after taking a nice trip down the Oregon coast here this last weekend with Pops, as I'm sure a lot of our listeners and stuff had heard last night over on Pop Steaks over on our Facebook page, how we do every Monday from 6 to 6:30 Pacific. A little shameless plug there. So do a little segment with him in Monday evenings. And yeah, like I said, we went down, had a good time this last weekend down the coast, got everything all set up, getting ready for the rest of the summer and this upcoming hunting season this fall for deer and elk, and did a little bit of fishing, got the lines wet, got a little bit of fish to put in the freezer. Actually, as a matter of fact, we're getting ready to throw some fresh caught rainbow on the grill this evening for dinner. So that's going to be quite tasty. And other than that, yeah, just getting ready to go do some crabbing this weekend. Gonna go catch some dungeons down there off the coast. So gonna be a good time. Looking forward to it. So other than that, man, just knocking out the shows and knocking out the day job is pretty much all I can really say at this point in time. So how about you, brother? What's been going on with you?
First of all, I'm very jealous because you got to go crab fishing and I don't. So,
you know what's funny is that's like the one part of the area out here that I did not get a chance to show you while you were out here visiting, man.
Oh yeah, that'd have been great.
Dude, that because I tell you saw how it was up in the Cascades and over on the east side of the state. I didn't even get a chance to take you out. You want to talk about green, green. Dude, go out to the coast, dude. I'm telling you, it'll blow your mind. It really will. And yeah, I'm sad that I didn't get a chance to get you out there, but hopefully next time you come out to visit, and hopefully bring the missus out with you.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, she don't put her foot down. She's coming. She's going out there. I guess too much good time was had.
Hey, you know what? That's okay. There's never too much of a good time out here. But you know what? Yeah, next time you guys come out here, we'll definitely we'll go west this time versus east. And who knows? Yeah, maybe we can square away commandeer a boat and actually get out there on the bay or something and go pull some crab pots. Go do a little deadliest catch of our own.
Absolutely, absolutely. My week was all kind of non-eventful, except my daughter got in a car accident. She ended up getting whiplash, and I don't say that lightly. I mean, I've seen people have whiplash for a long time to get over it. But she said she ain't got time to mess with it. So she told whiplash, kiss her ass. She's going back to work. So there you go, whiplash. But it only had $6,000 damage to her car. It could have been a hell of a lot worse, and no injuries. So that's. I mean, besides that, other than that, that's great. Not a whole lot going on. Got in touch with some other friends that I haven't heard from or seen from a long time. That was always good. And
right.
And all the family's doing great. Grandkids. One of them told me he's gonna kick me in my piss pump. And he's 5. And he's 5. I said, yeah, you're going to jail, so shut up. Get used to orange, punk. But other than that, it's pretty good. We got a pretty good trivia. You got the trivia question tonight. Our guest got a trivia question. That's awesome. We got Pimps Pets coming up. So we'll start out with one of our week topics here. This is not very, shouldn't take very long. We'll do a little sports talk. We'll talk a little boxing. And one of the greatest fights I remember seeing was Bo and Holyfield. Okay. And the one where I think it was number 1 because Holyfield won 2 out of the 3, if I remember correctly. And Riddick Bowe won the first one. And Riddick Bowe had Evander Holyfield knocked off. I mean, he was out on his feet and he kept coming and he kept throwing, and Holyfield ended up winning that round. And that was one of the greatest boxing matches. I love Muhammad Ali, so don't kill me, Muhammad Ali, for me saying it's one of the greatest I've ever seen. But it just was, man. Holyfield and Riddick Bowe, they wasn't Muhammad Ali or wasn't George Foreman status, but these guys were holding it down and they fought hard. And I want to ask you, what's your favorite boxing match that you've ever seen?
Oh my God, man! Dude, I'm telling you, you're really gonna make me think on that one because I mean I've seen some good ones. I can't really narrow it down, dude. I really can't. I gotta be honest with you. I'm not a big boxing guy. I've never been a big boxing guy.
Okay.
I mean, okay. I like watching. I like watching a good match every once in a while. I think the last one I watched was I think I was in AIT, and that was
wow.
Yeah, that was like 22 years ago, man. Yeah, and that was God, who was it? I know it was De La Hoya and somebody I can't.
Oscar, okay. Well, that was a good fight of it. Because he's in quite a few of them awesome fights. All right. Say hello to Dean. Dean says Rocky 1 through 5.
Yeah. Adrian.
Yeah. Say hello to one of our good listeners to the show. In fact, she listens to about all the shows around. Julia Little Spud Romaine. Thank you for tuning in. Matter of fact, our Pimp's Pet is about your island tonight. Something from your island. So
oh man, there you go.
We'll get to that here in a little bit. She's from Australia.
Yeah. Landed my buddy Bill Gammon.
Yes, Bill. You've been on her time or two.
Oh, I haven't heard from that guy in a while, man.
Wow.
Yeah, what's funny is that he actually used to text me like at least once or twice a week, checking in. Hey, what's going on? My favorite cunt. Like, oh, really? Hey, see, here's the thing about the Aussies, man. The Aussies use that word as a term of endearment. If they're mate is pretty much used for basically anybody, but if an Aussie calls you a cunt, man, you're in good hand. You're in good company. Right, you are loved.
Like some people term them. Say a woman, Mo, you got a fat ass. Some men, that's a term of endearment to a woman.
Now, are you talking FAT or are you talking PHAT?
I mean, damn. That's what I'm talking. Damn. Okay, that's to some men. That's a term of endearment, and some women like that. So that's a term.
Yeah.
Of now you go say it to some other women like, "What'd you say?" Well, if you're deaf, I'm nothing.
Right.
Whatever. Weirdo. Leave me alone. All right.
Exactly.
You only get to name one movie here. Name one movie that you can watch over and over and over again. Your go-to, bang.
My go-to.
Yeah.
Boondock Saints.
Boondock Saints. Okay. Why?
I guess because of the culture I came up in the military. I mean, there were a few other. Well, it's a toss-up between that one or McClintock with the Duke.
Okay.
It's one of those two are my go-to. But normally, as far as the culture I came up in the military, particularly in the Oregon Guard, for some reason, don't ask me why, but that is like the most popular, most quoted movie within the ranks at the time. So I mean, Boondock Saints was just it was a go-to. It was just a natural go-to. You know, I mean, the Saints Prayer was always posted up freaking everywhere you turn, especially on the arms room. Freaking, and it got to I was working as armor for a while. I actually made soldiers recite the Boondock Saints prayer before they would actually sign for their weapon.
I see. That's
and they couldn't cheat and use the sheet that was up there. If they got it right, they got their weapon. So if not, well, guess what? They have to go see their first line supervisor for retrain.
You fucking go boom, boom. Yeah. Mine, if I had one movie, now, I mean, and I've seen zillions of them, you know, I like Goodfellas and Roadhouse, all of them are great too. But my one go-to movie is the same as Dean Cerny's, Tombstone.
Tombstone?
It's one of them. And,
I'm your Huckleberry.
Yeah, see, that's one of the most famous quotes now ever. That movie came out, my two boys were born that year. And that movie still.
He ain't no Daisy. Ain't no Daisy at all. Get up, Johnny Ringo.
The part where
he was just too high strung.
Oh, yeah. When he was in the bar and the guy was twirling his weapon around and he started twirling
twirling that little cup around. Oh, my God. I was rolling.
That was just too much. So, yeah, Tombstone would be mine. Because every time it's on, the wife's like, son of a bitch. Because she knows. And with 5 minutes, I'm doing Doc Holliday, you know. I'm a Huckleberry. She knows it's coming. Now the movie she hates me watching is Goodfellas, because I love that movie.
Really?
And I recite that. I get all the Joe Pesci shit down pat. She just gets those because of that movie. She hates Joe Pesci now. Okay, she hates him because I've worn him out. You know, but damn, you know.
Right. Well, Joe Pesci, man, he was one of those actors where you can't help. This is gonna sound kind of bad. You can't help but wear him out. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, shit. Well, take a look. Now, if I recall correctly, Joe Pesci, he was in Lethal Weapon movies as well.
Yeah, no, he was an idiot in that movie.
Yeah,
he was always a lovable idiot in that one. He was in Casino. I don't think I've ever seen a bad Joe Pesci movie that he was in. To be honest, with you.
No.
George Carlin had a bit about him on his comedy bit, because everybody knows George Carlin was atheist. He didn't believe in God whatsoever. But he said, if I got to pray to somebody, I pray to Joe Pesci. Because Joe Pesci looks like a man who can get shit done. That's what he said, man. And I got to thinking about that. Wait a minute. Yeah. What if God was Italian? You know, what if God say, "What am I here to fucking amuse you? Or you think I'm your fucking friend? What am I funny? Am I fucking funny? You know, that'd be
right. Who knows, man?
Who knows? You don't know, but yeah, I'll pray to Joe Pesci, so he can get shit done. That's funny.
That's classic.
Jennifer says, Jennifer Westerman. So many shares. You guys are awesome. Pimp loves you all. I do love you all. You guys are awesome. Julius but remains in here. Seeing Gene Wazabug. He says Patton. Patton's his movie.
Patton's a good one too.
Yeah, Gene, you can't go wrong with that, brother. Dean, I put on Tombstone and walk around the house reciting the lines. Hell yeah. Dude, I tell you, this is how fat I am. I watched Tombstone get out a peanut butter sandwich.
You tell him I'm coming and hell's coming with me.
I look at peanut butter like, I'm your Huckleberry. I started licking my lips on the jelly. You tell him I'm coming.
What do you say,
Lunger? Hell's coming with me. And then the butter say, you're no Daisy. You're no Daisy at all. And I get my wife's like,
Daisy,
for the love of God. My wife's saying, Jesus Christ, stop. No, hell no. That's like, if your wife's there telling you to stop, she's sacrilegious and she needs to go in another room because that's bullshit.
My fight ain't with you longer. Now it is. Play for blood, remember?
Well, I beg to differ, sir. We started the game. We never got to finish.
Exactly. Dude, Val Kilmer as Doc Holliday. Oh, bro.
Best Doc Holliday.
Bro, I mean, don't get me wrong. Randy Quaid did a good job.
Yes, he did. But
Val Kilmer took it to a whole other level. A whole nother level, dude. And you cannot top it.
No, you can't now. I wish that they would took Wyatt Earp, what the old boy they did on Wyatt Earp, the movie. They played Wyatt
Kevin Costner?
Kevin Costner. I keep forgetting that dude's name. All the women out there matter in hell now. We forgot Kevin Costner. But they took him and put him on Tombstone as Wyatt Earp.
Right.
That cast was just incredible.
Now, I mean, don't get me wrong. The cast they put together for Wyatt Earp was good. But Tombstone was, between Kurt Russell, Val Kilmer, friggin' Samuel Elliott, friggin' Bill Paxton, all those guys, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, that just
And don't forget about Sam now. Don't forget about him. But yeah, see, and the way I explain,
you can't forget the stash. All right,
no, you can't. Tombstone to me was more entertaining, while Wyatt Earp was more kind of historically. It was a little more historically accurate than Tombstone.
Yeah, I would agree with that one.
You still had more Hollywood in it. I mean, you still had Hollywood going around. But Gene says I watch Patton and go around smacking lazy people.
Well, see, here's the other thing too. If you watch Tombstone, you walk around freaking slapping people, but like, go ahead, boy, you gotta pull that smoke wagon, or you gotta stand there and bleed.
or the part where they kicked in that hotel door, and then one guy says, "Move, don't move," and Valkyrie says, "Nonsense. By all means, move." I can see Gene walking around. Oh man. Yeah.
Gross.
What's that?
And it had a lead role, not true. What? What is he talking about? Not true.
Oh, Kurt Russell directed most of Tombstone and had the lead role.
And then it says not true.
Oh, he's probably talking about his opinion of Switch on Wyatt Earp's.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, because the thing about with the Wyatt Earp movie though is that was more focused on around just Wyatt.
Yeah.
Versus the movie of Tombstone was more around, I guess you could say, what happened. The rivalry between the Earps and the Cowboys.
Oh, he said Wyatt Earp is not historically accurate. But it's a little. What I meant was it's a little more accurate than Tombstone is. Tombstone is a lot of Hollywood, because in all actuality, Johnny Ringo, he didn't shoot Johnny Ringo. Johnny Ringo, they're saying that he went out. They found him in the field. They said he committed suicide. They said Doc Holly wasn't even around when that happened. So I mean, It's good theater. It's good theater, but
and the actual gunfight at the OK Corral never really took place at the OK Corral.
OK Corral. Right.
It actually took place a couple blocks away from the OK Corral. It just for some reason it just picked up because that was what was close by, and the story stuck, and Western folklore kind of took it from there.
Yes. Gene threw out another one, and I forgot about this one. I'm still sticking with Tombstone, but the outlaw Josie Wells.
Oh, yeah.
You can go around for days quoting his lines, too.
That is true.
I mean, yeah. Sorry about that, Clint. I mean, please don't send me no hate mail.
Don't do it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I didn't mean to. All right. Got through some of them light topics. Let's do it. You got your trivia question ready?
I do.
All right, guys. Since this is a guest today, we're giving away 20 entries. If you get it right, 20 entries into the mystery box. If you can answer J-Dub's question.
Oh, wow. What was the largest? I mean, because everybody knows right now, and Dean especially, because he shot me a message today going, "Hey, thanks for all the smoke, asshole." So everyone knows that we have a lot of wildfires going on out west right now. So in honor of, I guess you could say in honor of the fires, this week's question is what was the largest wildfire in American history? What was the name of it? Where was it at? And what was the year?
All right.
The biggest wildfire in American history. The year, the name, the place. And mind you, when I say American history, I mean United States history.
I think I know this because I think I was told this by you when I was visiting. So I will not answer. Although, yeah.
So everyone's got their Google fingers going right now.
Gene says the Chicago fire.
No, it was not the Chicago fire. Like I said, it's a wildfire, not a structural. Biscuit fire. Ooh, close. The Biscuit fire is on there, but it is Biscuit fire is actually number 4, I believe. Hang on, let me go back and look again. No, actually, Biscuit fire is a little bit farther down. Now, that's one of the larger ones that's more recent, but it is not the big one.
Yeah, biscuit. Okay, that's the last one we got. Dean, yeah. Okay. That is not it.
Like I said, I'm waiting for the Google addicts to freaking start coming back with an answer. Matter of fact, okay, since no one can see this, Pimp, I'm sending it to you. Right. So this way you can confirm. And there you go.
Okay, Julie says the Great Pesquillo Fire. Pesquillo Fire?
Oh, Prestigo?
Yeah.
That one's close.
That one's close, okay.
That one is close.
He says he just gave a date, 2002.
That was the Biscuit Fire.
Okay.
So but that one definitely
McCain shot a missile. CBA 59 when McCain shot a missile at a deck.
Well, I see where they're going with that one, but no.
I like your zeal. I appreciate your zeal.
Yeah, right.
That's not it. That's not the
so
one.
Anyhow, so while folks are trying to figure that out.
All right. So where are we at here? McCain. Yeah, McCain didn't shoot a fire missile at the Forester. No. All right. Well, that's a good question. And we're waiting. I see some people went over there and looking. I've seen the numbers go. So people are Googling right now. We got someone on for 1,700 somewhere. Thank you for joining. W1 Entertainment. Appreciate you. OVB Barbecue. Thank you very much. And one dude from Redneck Pimp. Probably some redneck on his porch drinking a beer. Listen to my dumb ass. All right. Well, while we're doing that, we're going to go. What was it? Was on the forest fire. Gene was on the forest. Julie, I remember it from a documentary. Okay. Well, which one was it, Julie? All right, well, we're doing that one.
Yeah, because the one she's talking about, that one actually, the Prestigo Fire, that one actually was started in Wisconsin and moved up into the Upper Peninsula. And that one burned 1.2 million acres. And that was back in October of 1871.
All right,
that one was one of the deadliest fires in American history.
You keep an eye on the comments. We're gonna do Pimps. We're gonna squeeze in Pimp's Pet while we're waiting here.
Alrighty.
All right. The Pimp's Pet and Julie. This is for you guys out there. The thylacine, which is called Tasmanian tiger. Okay.
I was gonna say that's a Taz tiger.
Yeah, it's a Tasmanian tiger. They call it. Its special name is the thylacine. All right. Also, it's been extinct. It's an extinct carnivore marsupial. It's an extinct carnivorous marsupial.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good looking animal there. It's a that was native to Australia mainland and the island of Tasmania, which were God's name, and New Guinea. Okay, it was the largest known carnivorous marsupial in the world prior to the extinction, evolving about 2 million years ago. The last known live animal was captured in 1930. This is one of the pictures of it right here in the cage. It was at a zoo. All right. It died in 1940 something. All right. They're pretty cool looking little animals. This is one of the animals that I did several things about it. I like this animal. It's unique. Here's the thing about this animal. It's extinct, they say, but you got droves of people that swear this thing is still around. They see the tracks. It's got a distinctive track to it.
Yeah.
And if you look at it, it looks like it's half dog, half weasel. And
it's like a dingo, freaking had love with a freaking lemur or something.
Yeah, it's commonly known as, like we said, the Tasmanian tiger because of its striped lower back, or Tasmanian wolf because it's canine-like characteristics. Okay, or on the Australian mainland, it has been referred to as, now Julie, I apologize if I mess this up, as a nump, N-A-N-N-U-P, nump tiger. It has been recorded such as Kurana. I can't say a lot of these Aborigine names, so I won't even try, but it's used for constructed language for Paul County, whatever kind that is. The Fusseline is relatively shy and nocturnal, which generally appearance to medium to large size dog, except for its stiff tail. The abdominal pouch similar to that of a kangaroo because of the convergent evolution is displayed on autonomy and similar to the tiger and similar to the wolf. So it's got a lot of parts apparently to this.
It's like
animal.
God took the best of all the carnivores out there and said, okay, we're going to take a piece here, a piece from there, and slap it all into one. And well, we'll see how this one plays out.
The thylacine was one of two marsupials known to a pouch in both sexes. The other is still extinct. Of course, it's still extinct. I don't like that when they say it, idiot shit like that. Oh, it's still extinct. No kidding.
You don't say.
Species is the other species that's extinct is called the water possum from Central or South America. And the pouch of the male thylacine served as a protective sheath covering the extreme reproductive organs. So I don't think he's going to be carrying around anybody in it, but here's some good. These are good photos, even though some of these are black and white of the animal.
Oh yeah,
man, that's a good looking animal. So that's your pimp's pet for today. So
all right.
Wait a minute.
By the way, Dean, you were close, man. Dean was close. He was talking the big fire or the big burn, excuse me, and the big burn that he's talking about, 1910. That one was pretty much all the Northern Rockies. But the thing about that one, it burned up freaking 3 million acres. But the problem with that one is that was actually a series of fires. And all in all, that all took place over the same season in the same general area. And it pretty much wiped out everything from, northern Idaho, Montana, eastern Washington, very, very far northeastern Oregon. I mean, it did, as the Flex Seal guy likes to say, that's a lot of damage. But again, that was, like I said, a series of fires that were all close together. But we're talking uno fire, one single fire.
We got
no, it's not the bootleg. Bootleg, however, now it's made the list, but it's not the big one. So that one, matter of fact, that got to what was it? As of earlier today, just under 360,000.
There's a good question. It says, what about the Central Pennsylvania fire? It's underground fire.
Really? Was it like a lot of root systems or something just went up, or what?
Yeah, there's more.
Or is it mining, or what?
Yeah, that's a good question. Could some gas, methane gas, or something getting in there? Who knows? All right. Well, we're still waiting. That's a good question. It's
a mine fire. Yep, that's kind of what I figured.
Yeah, mine fire. Okay.
Especially if it's in Pennsylvania.
All right. Let's move on here. Well, we'll still post your answers, and we'll see what we got. If not, we're going to give you a little bit longer. Then he'll have to let you off the hook. No, we have no winner today. So we're going to go with top 10. Top 10 greatest.
Oh, great! Here we go.
Basketball player of all time. Now, a lot of people not in
Jordan,
sport, but they got their favorite ball player. All right,
Jordan. Now, Jordan's the GOAT. What is the argument?
Some of this list is sucks. Some of it is outstanding. All right, here we go. Number 10, my boy Tim Duncan.
Okay,
10th all time.
I don't know. I know he would be up there, but I don't know about all time.
Man, it's hard to beat them 5 rings. It really is. Shaquille O'Neal, number 9. He ain't even the best center.
No. I was going to say, there better be some damn good centers on that list that are above him.
Number 8.
The only thing Shaq Diesel had going for him was his freaking weight.
Yeah. Number 8, Bill Russell.
Okay. I didn't get behind Bill Russell, but he should be higher.
Yeah, I think he should be higher after this himself. Number 7, Kobe Bryant.
Kobe's that far down?
Yeah, see, I figured he should be behind Tim Duncan.
He should be top 5. Easy.
My thing is, my argument is Tim Duncan's a better ball player than Kobe Bryant.
What? No.
Yeah,
No way, dude.
You make the exact same argument between both of them. They both got almost identical.
Bryant's a hell of he was a way better baller than what freaking Duncan was.
Number 6, Larry Bird.
Okay. All right.
His non-Duncan ass. Number 5. I don't know if I agree with this positioning. Wilt Chamberlain.
Okay. I was gonna say that's one that deserves to be on the list.
Number 4. He could be argued as one of the top 2, actually. Number 4 is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Ooh. Yes.
See,
okay.
We're getting
the inventor of the skyhook, man.
I see some assholes puckering right now. Number 3, Magic Johnson.
Okay. All right. Johnson was good. Johnson was damn good. One of the best points to play the game.
Number 2.
Better not be fucking LBJ.
LeBron James.
Oh, my God. No. The biggest crybaby of them all.
Right.
Oh, my God.
And number 1.
It better be Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
All right. Okay. You know what, though? There's some guys that deserve to be on that list that are not on that list.
And that is
and as much as I despise the Lakers, Jerry West needs to be on that list.
Yeah. A lot of them old heads are still they still hold the most, the most of records. So it's all watered down today about basketball. You got
Gene Magic Johnson was on there, as well as Larry Bird. Larry Bird came in at number 6.
Dean said something about a Murakami fire, or whatever it was, 1825.
What? I didn't see it pop up in the comments here.
He's right above Gene. This is where Gene said no magic.
Oh, there he is. That one is close. That one actually overall is, the most what they consider the most devastating fire, but that one actually started in Canada and then moved into parts of Maine. Actually started in Brunswick. So, but yeah, 1825 is the right year. So that one.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, now you're narrowing it down.
Yeah, he's right there. But the answer I'm looking for, it's there. He's on it. Dean is tap dancing around it, man.
He's like a bloodhound. He sniffs it out. Gene said, John Sally, 7 rings.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. That's another good one.
With John, he didn't really play with the same team, and I think that kind of hurt him.
Yeah,
I think it really did. He really didn't have a superstar with him. Because we'll take Pippen for example. Pippen's got 6 rings. Okay, Pippen's been there 6 times.
He did it all with the Bulls.
And he had Jordan. See, could have Pippen.
Well, he didn't just have Jordan. He had Jordan. He had Kerr. He had freaking Rodman. He had Kukoc. He had. Right. You got to take a look at Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson, as much as I'm not a fan of the guy personally,
got to coach.
Phil Jackson is probably the greatest NBA coach of all time. Don't believe me? Look at the resume.
True.
Look at the teams that he had put together and coached throughout his career.
But he arguably had 2 of the greatest players ever with Jordan on one team and then Kobe on another team.
Together 2 dynasties.
Yeah.
What other coach can you say has done that in the NBA? None. You can't say a single one.
Only other dynasty that happened was Popovich with Spurs. So.
I don't know. The 76ers had it. Well, I don't know if you would call the Sixers a dynasty back in the days with Dr. J. Bringing with Julius Erving and Wilt Chamberlain and those guys. Because they had the ring streak going for a while there too.
Well, nobody had more rings than the old Boston Celtics, though. Boston Celtics was the dynasty. They were no doubt about that.
Celtics still have the most freaking rings period in basketball.
13, 14, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah,
I know it's a toss up between them and the Lakers.
All right,
and I
here we go.
can't stand the Lakers.
Jada loves the top 10 so much. I got a couple more for him.
Oh, Jesus!
This one here is the greatest boxer of all time. Isn't here pissed me off because I watched boxing all my life and I know some great boxers. So here we go. Number 10.
Okay.
Roy Jones Jr. at 10. He was one of the few guys that he was like Rocky. He was hitting Rocky Marciano streak there for a long time, not being beat. So
right.
I don't know. Number 9, Henry Armstrong.
Okay. I don't know. Like I said, some of these guys I'm just gonna be like, yeah, sure, okay, because I don't know shit about boxing. I'm not gonna lie.
Number 8,
except for when it comes time for a scrap. That's about it.
My God, Bob and Wee, bitch, Bob and Wee. Floyd Mayweather, number 8, Junior. Floyd Mayweather Jr. Excuse me.
I was gonna say he's down that low.
Yeah, see, he should have been way up there. This guy here should have been way up there too. Number 7, Sugar Ray Leonard.
Ooh, that's one guy I know who should be up there.
That's one guy you don't get in a bar.
That's the guy with a pair of hands, dude.
That's the one guy you get in a bar fight with. You getting your ass whipped. That's it. I don't care how big you are. I don't care how big you are. Here we go. Number 6, Joe Louis.
Okay.
You're champ for 13 years. You ought to be on the top 10. I promise you.
Yeah.
You know. All right. And I think he should have been a little higher too. But number 5, my boy here, Rocky Marciano, the only undefeated heavyweight.
Yeah.
49.
Real Rocky.
Yeah. He's number 5. So we better have 4 hell of a fighters above him. Number 4, Manny Pacquiao.
Pacquiao's pretty good. I have seen a couple of his fights. And yeah, he's a scrapper, dude.
He is. He's good. Alex Ford, how you doing, sir? Thanks for joining us, brother.
That and Steven Rinks. What's up, man? Good seeing you.
Oh, my bad, Steven. I didn't see you. My bad. Welcome. Number 3, Mr. Earbiter himself, Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson?
Yeah, Mike Tyson. Yeah.
Mike Tyson.
Number 2, arguably one of the greatest, Sugar Ray Robinson. Sugar Ray Robinson. That's back. He was the one that they claimed Rocky Marciano kept dodging him. Okay. And number 1, it better be him, Muhammad Ali.
Yeah. But you know who I'm surprised is not on that list, who also had a good set of hands and was a heavyweight champ for a while? The Grill Meister himself.
Yeah.
Mr. George Foreman.
Not only did he have a great set of hands, but the man had a chin.
Yeah.
Ollie broke his hand. Ollie broke his hand when he was fighting that guy. Broke his freaking hand, and he blinked at him. He's like, "Is that all you got?" I mean, yeah. I mean, but again, these are other people's opinions.
Yeah, exactly. Now, here's the funny thing about it, because I know that website that you're using for those lists, I know it goes down farther than just the top 10. So, like, we'll just say top 15. Did George Foreman at least make it in there? Or is he even mentioned on there at all?
I think he was 25.
Holy shit, he was that far down?
Yeah. Now, this list moves about every month. It takes them in, takes them out, takes them in, takes them out, because people get on there. I like to take the credit for it and say because of our show, people get on there and they vote, but that's probably nothing.
Right.
It's probably a fantasy.
I don't know about you, Mickey, but I see some guy in the comments flapping his man pleaser. So anyhow, oh wait, hi Mickey.
All right, and then the last one I got today, stay with boxing theme because I've seen it on TV, so whatever. This is controversial too. The greatest boxing fights, top 10 greatest fights of all time.
Okay.
And I'll tell you if I agree or disagree with some of these. Julia, 25th, didn't expect that. No, I didn't either. And all right, number 10, Sugar Ray Leonard versus Thomas Hearns. 1. First fight. That was an ass whipping. Okay, it was a good fight. Number 9, Diego Corrales versus Joe Luis Castillo.
Okay.
More than 25 years. It was probably one of the greatest money makers HBO had unless Merriweather, of course, fought. Number eight, Julio Cesar Chavez. I like that dude. Versus Meldrick Taylor. That was a fight. Number 7.
That'd been like a welterweight class or something for that one.
Yeah, number 7, heavyweight, like the heavyweight, Evander Holyfield versus Mike Tyson. I'm hoping they don't think biting the ear was that. I don't know who's voted on that.
Definitely made it one of the more memorable.
Yeah, guarantee you. Number 6, Mike Tyson versus Buster Douglas.
Ooh,
that was a good fight.
That was a good fight.
I won my.
That was a good fight.
I mean, I don't gamble. Whoever's listening.
Yeah. I mean,
number
what?
5, yeah. Number 5, Sandy Sadler versus Willie Pip. That was way before me, and I didn't see that, so I'll just take their word for that one. Now, this one was a battle. Number 4, Marvin Hagler versus Thomas Hearns. That was a fight. Number 3, Muhammad Ali versus Joe Frazier III. Okay, the third.
Oh,
fight.
yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that where he made his comment? Isn't that the fight where afterwards he made his comment, fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee?
I don't know about that, but I know the first one the first one's where he says, Joe's going to be smoking and I ain't going to be joking.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's for number 1. Yeah. Number 2. Now, this was the movie was just, matter of fact, this movie was just on the other day. Arturo Gatti versus Mickey Ward. Arturo Gatti versus Mickey Ward. Arturo Gatti died suspiciously in a hotel, and I think it was Brazil. I think it was. It's unsolved.
Something
they don't
like
know.
that, yeah.
They don't know what happened to him. I tell you what happened to him. Whoever's in there with him killed him. Now, solved. Move on. Here we go. Number 1, Muhammad Ali versus Joe Frazier, the first one.
Gotcha.
That was a good fight. That was Joe put it on him. Oh, put it on Muhammad on that first fight. I hate to say it because I'm a huge Muhammad Ali fan, but Muhammad Ali got worked.
Exactly.
And worked thorough.
By the way, the answer to tonight's trivia question has been half answered.
Ooh. Okay.
That's all I'm going to say. I'm still waiting on one other piece. I've gotten the name of the fire. I've gotten the year of the fire. Still waiting on the location.
20 entries into the mystery box. Fans, 20 entries. 20 entries.
So that's all I'm going to say.
The fight that wasn't on that list was Bo versus.
There we go.
When I talked about it,
Dean got it. Dean's
I figured Dean would get it.
It was the Great Fire of 1845 here in Oregon, actually. And that one burned up 1.5 million acres. That was one single fire. It was brutal, dude. It was brutal. And I mean, there's still a lot of stuff that they don't know as far as like the exact cause, as well as how many homesteads were destroyed, as well as, a few other, the economic damage of it and everything else. Because 1845, we were a freshly acquired American territory. Oregon territory had been around for at least about 150, 200 years prior to that, but we had changed hands between the British and the Russians back and forth until finally in, I want to say, late 1830s, when kill with fire, when the United States finally acquired the Oregon territory. So, and then of course, the territory kind of shrank down into what is now our current day state border. And we officially became a state in 1859 on Valentine's Day. So 14 years prior to statehood, we had the Great Fire.
Wow. You would have thought California would have been on the high on that list as well, because they've had some monster ass fires out there as well. But Alex says Boston. Alex lives in Oregon, and he says Boston. He's working on a routine. Oregon
would have been northern Mexico, but y'all got good snow.
Right.
No, actually, it was a little too far north. So yeah, like if you get down like around Medford, Ashland, they're close to the California border. Yeah, maybe bits and pieces back then, but of the original Oregon country. But yeah, after the United States acquired it, the southern border of it has been the same for like the last 200 years. So
that's right. Julie said, I bet he wore out Google searching for it. I bet he did.
Yeah, right. I bet she probably did too.
Dean like a pit bull. He won one mystery box. Now he's wanting to win every one of them. Okay, so he's a
yeah, because he got the third one, didn't he?
Last year he got the current one.
Yeah.
Well, actually, there's only been two. High Tech got the first one, which that'll always be in history, and then Dean got the second one.
I thought there was three.
No, this will be the third one.
This is the third one.
We didn't do it the first one. Yeah.
So High Tech got the first one, then Dean. Gotcha.
Yep. Dean.
Okay.
All right. We got to do a little sponsorship work here, real quick. November 6th, we got since Warrior Fest is canceled, we're going to do a comedy bash, and at this comedy bash, we got David Scott performing, Richard Montano. These guys are hellacious comedians. We've had them on the show, and we'll have them on again before time comes. David Scott, Richard Montano, Jeff Onyx. That goofy guy's going to be performing. We've got Sean Hill. If you've never seen this lady perform, you will shit your pants. Literally, she is funny. She is bust your gut funny. Okay, and she don't care. She's an awesome woman. Awesome woman. Typhoon Panda. He needs no introduction as far as WO is concerned. You guys have seen him.
Right.
I'm going to be performing on there. Roy Anthony's supposed to be performing, one of our co-hosts, but he's not sure about the movie we're supposed to be in. And if we do get the movie, he's got to go out first and do his part, then I'll go out second and do mine. So he's on the docket to perform, but we're not advertising because we don't break nobody's heart. But so Roy Anthony's going to be there. Also,
here's the thing about Roy Anthony. I love Roy Anthony, but Roy, you suck.
He'll give you later. Andre don't love me. Yeah, does love me. It's a big joke. It's a big joke we got between me and Roy. Well, I'm always telling him he sucks live. So I'll give anybody 10 entries right now. If you go on Roy Anthony Show's webpage and say Roy sucks, just put Roy sucks.
And screenshot it and send it to Pimp.
He'll know exactly who it's from. I guarantee you. The two bands we got playing that night are Mixology. Great local band around here. They play outlaw country and some outlaw rock and roll. And then we got Reality Becomes, who's been a mainstay at Warrior Fest. They're coming all the way down from southwest Kansas City. They're coming down to Cameron to perform. And it's going to be at the Tub Creek Event Center. That's one of our sponsors. OVB Barbecue, who's taking care of the veteran whose family whoever wins gets a car and they're going to get a free meal. Thanksgiving dinner provided by OVB Barbecue and some toys and stuff like that for the children to have them. Levi Garrison and Son Brewery out of Hamilton, Missouri, providing alcohol free of charge. And I just picked up today His and Her Sports Gallery out of Cameron, Missouri. They're making our shirts for us. So
nice, very nice.
November 6th, the guys are we're going to lay it down. We're going to make everybody laugh. Come on, show out. You guys here in Cameron, Missouri, who ask Justin all the time, when you guys coming? When you guys coming? November 6th. You got a long time to write it down. November 6th. Okay. If you don't show up, I don't want to hear you ask no more. I mean, that's your fault.
Throwing it out there. Just saying. August 21st, Roy Anthony's hosting a show with Richard Montano, Typhoon Panda, and myself headlining that night in Shawnee Mission, Kansas. So we're going to be out there and laying it down. So that's kind of what we got coming on there. Dean says done. I'm guessing he already went over to Roy Anthony's page and dropped the line.
Oh, he gonna come on here. Hey, Jennifer, by the way, Jennifer Westerman, she's on here. She's our head producer now on W Entertainment. She's good at what she does, and she just keeps getting better and better and better. So she's an asset, and I appreciate having her on there. Jennifer, if you can get hold of Roy, tell him check his page and tell him he's been brought up on our show, if you would.
Yeah, I think from the looks of things, Jennifer's kind of becoming the high tech of WoW Entertainment.
Yeah,
to say the least.
Yeah, well, yeah, she's very good at what she does. Julia says, I'm not going to Missouri this year. Richie, I'm going to go to Louisiana instead. All right, well, hey, sorry you couldn't come to Missouri, but enjoy Louisiana. Hope you, it's a fine state. Just leave the Gators alone. Of course, you got Crocs out where you are, so Gator ain't going to bother you anyway. I mean, you'd be right here, hold my beer. I walk by the Gator, hold my beer. Yeah.
Gator will run up and kick that thing right in the teeth.
It's in it.
What she's thinking.
It's in his comments from the post for 3 days ago. Oh, Jennifer said, I'm doing it right now. So just get hold of Roy right now. He's going to Roy here.
He's going to be jumping out of here going, you sons of bitches.
Roy sucks. All right. Well, we got 8 minutes. We're going to go ahead and get to a deal. We set this up for y'all. All right. Back in second week of June, y'all knew I flew out to Oregon to do some stuff on the radio with J-Dub and Bv Nation and High Tech and them guys. Great bunch of people, by the way. Outstanding folks. I mean, they're not counterfeit at all, and we all have counterfeit people. They realize that we just want to throat punch. These guys ain't it. Oh, Carl's kind of sketchy, but we love you, Carl.
He's not lying.
Dean said PM since WordFest canceled, I'm going to DomCon instead. Yeah, well,
DomCon?
You still come to Missouri because we got this comedy bash thing going on.
What the hell is DomCon? Is that like some BDSM type, convention or something?
I don't know. Julie's got. She's intelligent.
Walking around in the freaking the vinyl leather freaking full body suits and everything else, and ball gags and
a whole lot of cat
and all sorts of stuff.
A whole lot of cat women out there. They're not counterfeit. We met these guys, and Alex, he's a little sketchy. So, I'm sorry, he's still on. My bad. But we got to meet everybody, and one of the things J-Dub did, he took me around. We looked at the fires where all the fires happened because I'm kind of a nature nut, and that was awesome to me. It was fascinating. We got to see the river and lots of things. The Clackamas Mountains up around there. Hope the hell I said that right. I did. Yeah, stuck it. And it shows up right. But we also took a trip down to around the central part of Oregon.
Let me hear the words, Richie.
Clackamas?
No, Clackamas is the west side.
Oh,
come on!
I don't remember. What
starts with the O.
Oh, I don't. Yeah.
Ochoco.
Ochoco. Yeah, Ochoco. Around Ochoco, and we seen a. We'll get to the good part first. We've seen a big group of Mustangs. Okay. A good Mustangs, and I walked up and petted one, by the way, and I got witnesses to prove that. I walked up and petted one on the nose, and J-Dub, he got some footage of me walking within 3 feet of some of them again. So that was a good time. But before that, we went to this place. It's an old mine, okay? And J-Dub and I are both going to tell you the story because it's two perspectives that end the same way. But J-Dub, fill us in what kind of mine that was that we went to visit.
So up there in the Oshkos where we were at was actually pretty much in the heart of the mountain range out there in Central Oregon. It's located just east of Prineville, just west of John Day, Oregon. The mine that we were at was actually an old cinnabar mine, and what cinnabar is, it's like a mercury and golden mix. And the cinnabar mines, what they would do is they would mine out the cinnabar, and they would run it through a process to where they would extract the mercury and separate it out from the gold, and they would go ahead and they'd sell off the vials of mercury, but also cash in the gold at the same time. So, and that's what this was. And this actually, the name of this mine was called the Blue Ridge Mine. Yes. Is the one that we were at. And there's actually it was an old bunkhouse that was used for the miners in the area. And there's a bunch of different mines that were used that were prospected throughout the late 19th century or early 20th century. And this one, it kind of earned a reputation because it wasn't just a bunkhouse. Over time, it kind of got used as a bordello as well, a quote unquote underground bordello, and it earned the nickname of the Four Horsemen Hotel. And that's what a lot of locals up there call it. I mean, you go on Google and Google it up if you want. Four Horsemen Hotel, Ochoco Mountains in Oregon. and it'll show you pictures of it. I mean, it's 2-story building. It's got 4. I think it has like 4 bedrooms upstairs. It has 2 or 3 down. Yeah, here you go. Bringing Richie's got it right here. And the sad thing about it is that if you look at the top of the building there, on the ends, and the weekend that we went up there, the weekend prior or 2 weeks prior was Memorial Day weekend of this year, and it looked like a bunch of kids had gone up and gone and kicked the bejeebus out of the walls and everything else upstairs, and they were actually using the siding of this house for burning, and they were starting fires and everything else. They had a couple burn pits set up out there, which is sad. It really is, especially, for an area where the Forest Service is the one that actually is the entity that is supposed to take care of these lands, as well as these buildings to a point, even though they're no longer used, they're no longer in service or anything else like that. They're abandoned, but because of the historical significance of them, they're left standing. They're, for as long as they can. And it's all tongue and groove siding and things of that nature. And, I've been told a couple times before by my buddy John Toll, aka Dapper Sapper, for those for the viewers out there that have actually gone on to our show and remember last couple seasons, our outdoor host that we used to have. That's his area. That's his neck of the woods. He grew up out there. And he was just like, hey, by the way, yeah, word has it that these parts are haunted. I was like, okay, that's whatever. And I'm not going to lie. I actually was, and still to this day, a big Ghost Adventures fan. Zach Baggins and Aaron Goodwin and that whole crew. But, I'm also a realist at the same time. It's just like, okay, so I'm one of those to where I don't really believe it until I actually see it or experience it for myself. And I have been by it numerous times. God knows how many times up in this area, because I frequent up there going deer and elk hunting and whatnot. So, I'd never really stopped to go in. And this weekend that Richie came up here to Oregon, that was actually my first time going into this building itself and checking it out.
Now,
so Richie, go ahead.
Now, I was told about this place, and I'm a huge skeptic. I don't believe in none of that stuff. However, being Native American, I do sense spirits, but I believe in my culture, spirits are sent from the Great Spirit as messengers to tell you something. I don't believe in ghosts and all these things. And so we were going to go look at this thing. We got within. I was driving with J-Dub, and as soon as we got close to it, I started doing something that I don't normally do. I started speaking in Cherokee, full Cherokee. It wasn't broken like I normally I only speak broken Cherokee. I speak part Cherokee, part English. Okay, as y'all see on here sometimes. But I was all of a sudden for no reason, and J-Dub heard me doing it. He could testify that I was speaking full Cherokee. We pulled in there, and I'm thinking, why am I? What the hell is this about?
He started praying in pure Cherokee, no English,
none.
I'm just like,
the hell's wrong with this dude?
Whatever.
We get out. J-Dub and one of the other guys go in first. I'm looking the building over.
I think that was Steven, as a matter of fact. Yeah, Steven Rinks, who's in the comments here too. He was there.
We getting ahead of our story. The whole day, Justin was complaining about his shoulder hurting. Okay, he couldn't lift his arm a time or two. It was bad. It was hurting. So we get to him and Steven going first. I'm assessing the damage because of the idiots that did it. Me and Dapper Sapper. We came behind it. We go upstairs. On the floor, and you'll see, on the floor was a silhouette. It had an X over the exact same shoulder that J-Dub hurt.
Yeah. Okay? I don't know if it was just weird coincidence or what.
It started getting a little eerie at that point, and I didn't feel nothing yet. They were upstairs, and I come downstairs, and we were standing apart from each other. It looked to me like J-Dub was breathing hard. It looked like his chest was just coming out. It didn't seem to be bothering him, but that's what it looked like his chest was doing. And he said, man, it just feels weird in here. At first I said, there's nothing in here. Don't worry about it. Then I had my hat on. I had my feather in it. I felt my feather move, and there was no wind in there where we were standing. No wind at all. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden I said, you know what? I lied to you. there is something in here. I felt something. My whole demeanor changed about me. I said, you're okay. And I pointed at J-Dub and said, they don't like you.
No.
Whatever it is, it does not like you. Okay.
Yeah.
And he stayed for a few more seconds. And as soon as he crossed the threshold, he was feeling better. I stayed in there a second. I went upstairs and I was chanting again and praying again. And I felt that the spirits were mad because of the damage. And J-Dub either A, looked like somebody in the past that they had problems with, or he looked like one of the vandals, okay, that tore the place up. They were pissed. Everybody else wasn't no bother. I stood there a few more minutes, and then I walked out. And as I walked out, J-Dub looked like he felt a lot better. And I took these pictures of the buildings you see, okay? I took these for no apparent reason. I just took them. Something told me to take them. Now, I want you all to look very closely. I'm going to show you a picture. And J-Dub, and I didn't find these till we got back to where we were going.
Yeah.
If you look closely right here where my arrow is, blow it up at home, blow it up on your screen. You all look at that and you all
the arrow's not popping up.
All right. So go down to the bottom left part of the window. Now understand these windows have no glass in them. Okay. There's no glass.
Try to use my finger. Go straight over. You'll see where the window frame is. You go straight for my finger where it's pointing on your screen. Follow the inside of the windowsill to where you see the white stripe where it starts going up. That's the inside of a door frame inside the room. And if you look just above, it looks almost like a little white blob that's right there. It's set back in the black.
If you look at it, it looks like it's got pointy ears. And it looks like it's either scrunched down or it's sitting there.
It looks like something curled up hiding.
I got another one. Let me see if I can put this one on. That's a little bit better. If
yeah,
you look
there
at it,
you go.
You blow it up, look at it again. You can really see the point, the head or the ear, whatever that is pointed. Okay. And I want to stay on these two pictures here for a second. Now, I sent these photos to a real good friend of mine, Reverend Sean Whittington. You guys can go on Facebook, look him up, Reverend Sean Whittington. He does all this paranormal stuff, and he looked at pictures, and he told me he felt like this window, this particular area, all the way up to the top and all the way bottom was a portal. He believed that this was a demon to come up, a little kid or whatever, having fun. If you stare long enough, you can really see it pop up at you. And he thought it was a portal. Okay. And he said it was a little boy or a little demon. Picture number 2. When I got out, I took this picture at the same time. Okay, right here.
Right.
The bottom right is a window that the little boy was sitting at. Okay. So right above it, if you look real closely, you should be able to see this picture right here. If you look, you guys can't see my arrow. I keep pushing my arrow on like you can see my arrow. But if you look in there in those 2 bays, you'll see a face in both bays. There's actually 2 faces. I always thought there was one. There's 2. Those are faces of demons.
Right there. Right in that area.
Was what Reverend Sean Whittington said. I'll put another picture there. See if you can see this one's any better for you. That might not be as good. I'll go back to the other one because it looks a little better. Okay. You blow them up on your phone. You look at them. You guys, I'm not going to tell you what they are. I don't know. Again, J-Dub and I are like, because we didn't find these till we got back to where we were, and I had to blow my phone up.
Yeah.
We seen them. And this, again, put them through his computer might not be very good. So we walked from that house on up to this field. Okay. And in this field, I had something was going on with me again. I felt like there was some Native Americans that were killed on that part of the land. Just that one little area, for some reason, there's a death up in that one area. I did some research, and I knew some people that studied Oregon, and they said that very thing happened. They couldn't tell me, though, if it was Native Americans killed or if it was cowboys killed, but there was death. There was a fighting between the white man and Indians, and there were Indians killed in that area without them going to Oregon and walking right there measuring off.
Correct.
But that, and if you remember, that's what I said right there at that spot.
Yeah.
That's what I felt. I didn't know anything about where the hell I even was. So there was no way I could make up any information about going on. And so I want to go back. J-Dub, I want you to tell them what you experienced when you was inside the house.
Okay, so when we first walked in, so you can see, you can see the doorway there on that side of the building, it sticks out by itself. So that is what Richie was referring to, the threshold, as far as going in or out of that building there, in or out of the bunkhouse. Now, me and the gentleman, Stephen Ranks, who was commenting along, I don't know if he's still watching or not, but he and I wound up walking in, just kind of got a check out of everything. And when I first walked in, it was just like walking into an old building, nothing, it's like, all right, fine, whatever. Check it out. And it opens up into, I guess, what would be considered like a living room or a common area, something of the sorts. Now we go ahead and we walk up the stairs. We go towards the front of the building, which is opposite of this side, naturally. And you go upstairs and it opens up into a hallway that runs the length of the building. Well, you get about halfway down, and there's actually the chimney itself where the fireplace is in the main room downstairs. It literally goes up straight dead center through the center of the floor and up through the ceiling and everything else. Now, when Steven and I were upstairs, we're checking out all these different rooms, and there's markings that people had gone in and painted. They done crucifixes, they burnt, upside down crosses, 666. I mean, a whole bunch of other stuff. And we're checking things out, and it's just like, oh man. And that was when I noticed at the end room, I don't know, Richie, if you have the picture ready or not, because I know I sent it to you, the one of the silhouette on the floor.
I don't
and
think
that
one got uploaded, but it's in the video that we're going to show.
Yeah. So that is when I noticed. I went, oh crap, okay. And we start walking our way back down the hallway. Steven and I do to hit the stairs and start making our way back down. And we get about halfway down just by where the chimney is at. And then, like Pimp said, there was no breeze blowing or anything else inside the house. Even though it's all open, there was no breeze blowing outside, nothing. It was completely calm. And all of a sudden, and mind you, it was a very warm day outside. Even with the breeze, indoors, it should not feel ice cold, like a 30 to 40 degree difference in air temperature. And it was just like this pocket of cold air that Steven and I walked into, and I looked at him. I was like, dude, come check this out. And he put his hand there, and it was just straight electricity. Like, it literally felt like I was putting my hand into a ball of static electricity. And I'm just like, dude, what is going on? I mean, I had goosebumps all over. I mean, the hairs on the back of my neck stood up, friggin' arms on my hair stood straight up. And it was about that time Steve and I kind of look around, and he looks up, and I hear him go, oh shit. And I look up, and sure enough, somebody had done the upside down pentagram up on the ceiling above, directly where we were standing, right there next to the chimney, as it, where it comes up through the wall. And basically what they had created essentially was a demon trap, or or a portal, or however you want to call it. And at that point in time, Steve and I are just like, okay, we've seen enough, snapped a few pictures, didn't really catch anything, just stuff that was on the walls and everything else. And we went ahead and walked downstairs. That was when Richie came in. That was when him and Dapper Sapper come walking in. And they're just like, okay, well, Richie was like, there's really nothing in here. I'm not picking up on anything. I was just like, dude, there's something going on here. I was like, you just don't realize it yet. I was like, you go upstairs, it's a whole nother story. But the second you got downstairs, it was like the vibe changed. It was like, that was the questioning room, essentially, is what it was. That's kind of where it felt like they would make their assessment of you. And if you went upstairs and you weren't welcome, they were tracking you back down. And we got downstairs, and that's when Richie started looking around. He's just like, there's nothing here. Wait, I'm wrong. Maybe there is. I was like, it likes me for some unknown reason. Pimps love pimps. I don't know. Yeah. So,
imagine whores and pimps getting along. I mean,
yeah, I know, right? So, but he was just like, pimps are good. He's like, he looks at Dapper. He goes, they like you because they like you. They're annoyed by you. And he points to Steven and he goes, and for some reason, they don't like you. And he points to me. And I didn't notice it, but now a lot of our viewers and stuff, a lot of our regulars on our network that watch and listen to our shows know that here a couple of years ago, I had a couple heart attacks. And I still deal with that. You know, I have residual chest pains and everything else from time to time because of my irregular heartbeat, per se. And I started feeling that tightness in the chest and everything else. But this one was different. And at first I thought maybe it had been something that related to that. But this time was something completely, it wasn't it. I knew right away this was something different. Wasn't quite sure, but I had a pain, but it literally felt like something was reaching through my chest and grabbing a hold of my spine and squeezing is what it felt like. And it was making it difficult for me to breathe a little bit. And I was like, okay, whatever it is, I got to get out of here. And the second I walked out the door, the second I stepped foot out of that building, it was gone. Just like that. Just no time. I mean, it was boom. I was just like, that was weird. It was there and then it was gone.
I mean, we're talking an eighth of an inch across the threshold. I mean, you got a shoestring across there, bang. Okay.
It was gone. It lifted. And it let go. And that was it.
And I stayed in the house for a little bit longer. Not much, but a little bit longer. And I just want to sense it. And I no longer felt anything mean. I felt that, you know, they weren't trying to be mean, but they want to know J-Dub, they want to know who he was. They wasn't sure of him. You know, of course, you know, they had all that damage. They had all that damage to the property by some boneheads, you know. And
not even 2 weekends. Yeah, 2 weekends prior.
Now, Dapper Sapper, he was welcome because he's been there before. He was familiar to them. Okay, they knew who he was.
Right.
So we did all that, and we still don't know what to think about all that. And then we went up in like the little area. I sensed it was a Native American killed, and kind of find out there was. Now, a month later, a follow up, and
4th of July weekend.
4th of July weekend. Mariah, those of you that watch Bv Nation, you know who Mariah is. That's J-Dub's significant other. Okay, I met her. She's I just love her. She's a great woman. She went in there. Was it a month later? My 4th of July weekend. Okay,
yeah.
And I don't think she claims to be anything medium or anything like that. Okay, but she had an experience. Now I wasn't there, so I'm gonna let J-Dub take care of this. I'm gonna get the video here and play the video for you. J-Dub,
let's talk about the lead up for this beforehand, before you play the video.
All right.
So we wind up going back essentially to the scene of the crime because for some absurd reason, Mariah was all about going and checking it out. She wanted to see it. She wanted to check it out because she'd never been in there or anything else like that. I was like, all right, fine, that's cool. So we get the group of us. We all go back up there, and Steven was with us again, who was with me when this, during the first time with Pimp and Dapper Sapper. And he just kind of looks at me. He's just like, so him and Dapper both kind of look at me like, so you got to go back in? I was like, bro, I don't know, man. I was like, and it was weird because when we were going up there, we actually drove past it when we were going out to go set up camp for the weekend. We drove past the bunkhouse and everything else. And it was crazy because I had that instinct in the back of my mind that when we were getting close, like we were within a couple miles, I could feel it. It's like I could feel like something like there was a connection there. And whatever it was, just was like, hey, I know you're back. Don't even think about it. And I'm just like, look, man, I'm just passing through. I just, whatever it was not welcoming of me for some absurd reason. So we go over 4th of July weekend. We get back up there and we go to check things out. Mariah wants to go see it. It's like, okay, we'll go see it. And it's me, her, Dapper Sapper, our buddy Steven, his wife, and their kid, and their oldest. And, we go up, we go check it out and stuff. Mariah hasn't even walked in there yet. I walk back in there, and I'm just staying down below. because Alex, Alex and his wife were there. They kind of went and explored, they all walked in, they explored, checked everything out. And Steven was just like, all right, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and grab the boy. And the boy had some issue. I wish Steven were able to get on so that way he can kind of explain what he felt too, because he has some stuff going on with his boy there as well. And he was just like, Dad, there's something here. It doesn't feel malevolent. It feels sad. It feels depressed. It's like that feeling, that sinking feeling of dread is what it felt like. And that was kind of the vibe I had when I walked in the second time. It's like, it wasn't angry. It was more, I felt more remorse, more sadness, more depression. And it wasn't malicious at all. It was just different is what it was. And when this happened, it was like, okay. And I'm sitting there, I was like, okay, well, everyone else are pretty much cleared out. And then Mariah comes in and she's just like, I just kind of want to check things out. She kind of walked around a little bit and she's just like, there's something here. I was like, oh yeah, there's something here. All right. And I started, walking around. I'm just like, okay. I told her, I was like, hey, just kind of sit back, be quiet, keep it on my mind, but just listen and keep your eyes open. And who knows what'll happen. And I start addressing what spirits were in there directly. I said, look, I don't know if you remember me. I'm here to observe. I'm simply here. I'm not here to harm or destroy. I start letting it know or them know that I'm not there to harm the house. That wasn't my purpose. That wasn't my point of being there. It was simply exploration, curiosity, and the wanting to learn and observe. And about that time, friggin' Mariah just kind of, it's like I'm looking at her 1 second and she's fine. She's kind of looking around. She's watching me. I'm not getting any responses from anything at all. There's no activity going on. I mean, I felt like something with the vibe, like something's there, but you're not sure. I wasn't addressed direct. And then all of a sudden I turn around and look again. And Mariah she had just a plain look on her face and then her eyes closed. And then she starts swaying. And then she kind of reaches out to me and she starts mumbling. And I'm just like, you okay? And I reach out, I grab a hold of her. And about that time, she starts mumbling something about home destroy. She goes, you hurt home. And literally, and mind you, we're a couple. We mess around every once in a while, joking with each other and stuff, like, haha, freaking smack on the back of the arm, whatnot. But no, she literally like put the hands on me with more force than I have ever felt her use, period, or witnessed her using on anything. And this is a woman that messes with 1,200-pound animals for a living all day, every day, working on horses and things like that. And she literally took me with all her might and knocked me back with both hands and said, you're here to destroy our home. Leave. And I stop and I'm just like, what are you doing? I'm not here to destroy anything. And she goes, here to learn, safe, welcome. And then she grabs a hold of me and pulls me in. I says, wait a second. Is this Mariah? And I got nothing. I says, am I speaking with somebody here from this house? And then I got a squeeze on the arm. I was like, are you squeezing my arm to tell me yes? Squeeze again. I was like, okay. And I asked, I was like, are you a man? Nothing. Are you a woman? Nothing. Are you a child? Grab. Squeeze. I'm like, okay. I was like, are you somebody that lived in this house? Got to squeeze again. And I mean, it just, so I went through the motions and everything, asked a few more questions in regards to, what things we're doing, reassured that we weren't there to harm the home. And I asked it, I was like, do I look like somebody that harmed you or your home? And I got a yes out of it. And that was just like, okay, then that would kind of explain it if that's the case. And I was like, okay, well, we are going to leave now, and I need you to let her go. And it said, no, stay. I was like, no, we have to go. Let her go. I was like, you did not have permission to take her. You did not have permission to take over her. You need to let her go. And about that time, friggin', she snapped out of it. And, she was like, oh, yeah, it was crazy because while I'm asking her questions about the house and asking about the life there, she's, her eyes are closed and tears just started running down her face. And she came to, and I was like, once she finally came out of it, I was like, hey, are you good? She's like, yeah, I'm fine. Why? I was like, do you not recall anything that just happened? She's like, no. She's like, what are you talking about? She's like, I've been here the whole time listening to you. She's just like, and the last I knew, you were like 15 feet away, and now you're like damn near practically standing on my feet. I was like, you don't remember pulling me to you? What are you talking about? I was like, okay, we need to get out of here. And so when we got done doing that, when we stepped out, I called Steven over. I said, hey, by the way, dude, here's something that happened. And he was like, okay, what's up? I filled him in what was going on. I was like, I want you guys to go in, take your phone, just do an EVP session. Just go in, ask some questions, take her in there with you, because apparently something about her and her energy wants her to be there. And they were just like, okay, yeah, that's cool. We'll go in and we'll go check it out. And so they both walked into the house. Mind you, we completely walked out of earshot and everything else. I say, hey, by the way, if you need anything, I'm out here. And now, speaking of the devil, literally, and guess who's calling?
Yeah.
I'll shoot her a text, let her know, I'll call her back. So I was like, if you need anything, let me know, and I will come in. I was like, but in the meantime, I just want the two of you to go in, do an EVP session, see if you can't get anything going, and we'll go from there. And that was where Steven went ahead and started shooting this video, which you're going to see here in just a minute.
Yeah, we're going to now. Let's back up a second. I was out there in early June. I'd say when we went in the house, must have been the 13th, I think, somewhere there. I was there between the 10th and 14th. I was out there then. So let's say June 11th. I was in there. Okay, I was at home when you guys went in there. You got the same feeling and confirmation that what I told you then.
Yeah,
was going on. That's eerie. I wasn't even there the second time. Now, this is the video of Mariah again in the house with Steven. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Let's see if this will work.
So, we're here. I have this device for you to speak into. We want your stories. We're not here to hurt. We're not here to harm. We just want to know what's going on. If there's anything we can do to help, to move, you can easily come talk to me through this. Speak your voice. Tell me what's needed. If you need us to leave, if you need everybody to leave, if it's easier to just tear down, you can show yourself on the camera. We're not here to harm. We're here to investigate, to learn. Are you here with us? Do you want us to leave? Are we disturbing your sleep? If you want us to go, say something. We're not here to harm you. Did you just say welcome? I appreciate that. We're not going to hurt you. So please don't hurt us. We're not here to hurt the house. We're going to leave now. Please release.
No. Okay. No.
Once you release her, I will let go, and I will stop recording.
No.
Yeah. By the way, I apologize for the motors and everything else. There was another group that was up there in the area that was freaking taking off. They actually came down from up above the mine, drove down and stopped there for a second. We told them we were doing an investigation, and then they went ahead and left. So that's what you guys were hearing in the background. So as far as the engines and stuff,
you guys have seen the evidence that we gave to y'all when I was out there and when I wasn't out there, when I went in there on our own. You guys could draw a conclusion, what you want to draw from that. We're not telling you yes or no, or there is, there isn't. I mean, I'm a giant skeptic. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't. It's part of getting my religion. Is spirits, angels, and demons. I've had a situation in my life where I have actually had a contact with an angel. Sometime I'll explain it to you, but that's one thing there. But I will tell you this story here. My sister, who is about as old as my two sons, okay, she was born in 93, 94, somewhere in there. She has never met my grandmother. My grandmother died in 1981. Okay. Mm-hmm. She had a brain tumor. She died. And my brother had cancer, and that ultimately ain't what killed him. Ultimately, MRSA was what killed him. But anyway, he had cancer. He battled it most of his life. And he had a big old, his lymph nodes on the side of his face. Looked like he had 3 jaws on one side. Okay.
Yeah.
He was staying at my mom's, and next morning, my mom was cooking him all breakfast. I was gone by the time I was done married off and having kids. She come downstairs and told my mother, she goes, I talked to grandma last night. My mom was like, what? She goes, I talked to grandma last night. She goes, how'd you talk to grandma last night? What'd she say? So, well, she just came to check on Charles and make sure he was okay. You know, and I was like, what? She goes, yeah. She goes, describe her. So, well, she's a short lady, barrel chested, and she wore knee-high stockings. My mom was like, huh. She went and dug out this box. Mom had locked away. Come downstairs and showed her a picture. Said, "Is this who you seen?" She said, "Yep, that's Emma." And she didn't know her name was Emma. She didn't know her grandma. I said, "Yeah." My mom called me. I'm thinking, well, you need to lay off stuff. Quit all that drinking shit.
Right.
My sister, to this day, a grown woman, kids of her own, still swears that story is true. Still remembers it. Still remembers talking to my grandmother at the foot of her bed. Do I want to call my sister and my mother a liar? No.
Nope.
All I tell you is the universe is so big. Who knows? My dad, who's been on the show numerous times, loves coming on here for you guys. He's a uber religious man, and he's got also native, and he said he's always talking about the veil. He said the veil is very thin. He said your ancestor could be standing right next to you, and you wouldn't even know it because of the veil.
Right.
How much of that I believe, I don't know. So I started talking to Reverend Sean Whittington, who used to be a part of W Entertainment a long time ago. Until somebody,
right?
Yeah.
By the way, Ilunians, yes. To answer your question. Anyhow, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, dip cans. I'm dip cans in the shirt.
Yeah.
She's redneck, whatever. And so I talked to him, and he just laid it out for me. He says, "Look," he said, "religion tells you there's no such thing as ghosts." He said, "When Jesus said, when you die, you're dead. There's no dream or nothing like that." But he said, there are messengers which can, come back and your family can visit you. Your family's not ghosts to you. They're not ghosts to you. They're your family. They're messengers. And he laid it all out there. And I don't know. I've never in my life seen a ghost, ever. I've never seen a ghost. I've sensed a lot of things that I can't explain. Okay.
Right.
Did any of this evidence move me a little bit? Yeah, a little bit. A little bit it did. It moved me a little bit. Not saying I'm a full unbeliever, but I know, me speaking full Cherokee, I don't do that.
No.
and I had no idea. I had no idea where we were going at the time, and it bang hit me. I'm thinking, what I don't know. I'm a little swayed a little more. Am I full on? No. You've been there. You experienced it. What do you think?
Honestly, you know what, dude? I truly. Do I think something is there? Yes. Can I explain it? No. So to full on say that it's on it, I think is a little premature, but it does lean that way. I would say it is entirely plausible. So I just, it's just one of those things that we gotta see what happens, man. I mean, try and get more people. Ultimately, now that they know whatever is there, knows that I am not a threat.
Yeah. And like,
yeah. Now that it understands that I am not a threat, maybe now I could actually be able to do a full on actual investigation there. But that requires a lot more equipment and doing some outreach with some folks and trying to get something together to go back out and dig a little deeper. Who knows?
Appreciate y'all tuning in. Aaron, what's up, brother? Hey, how you doing? Good. Glad you can join us. You've seen my two photos. You studied them. You were the first one besides me to see them.
Yeah.
And you know me. I'm a technological idiot. Okay.
Yeah.
Photoshop,
there was no Photoshop, folks. That was all 100% legit friggin' pimp.
So you've seen the photos.
Yep.
It's evidence right there. What do you think about them? No one's ever really asked us what we thought about them because we've been on the end of telling the story and not telling.
First time I saw it, dude, it gave me chills. As soon as you're like, "Hey, man, check this out," and as soon as I looked at the picture, bam, spotted it right away. I was like, "Whoa, hello, what's that?"
Now let me tell you a little secret.
What is that?
Tell you a little secret about them pictures.
Yeah,
Sean Whittington looked at them, the Reverend, and another person here in Cameron who I respect a great deal looked at them. There's more than just some faces we seen.
Oh, really?
They showed me there's a guy with a beard with his arms crossed, looking down.
You know what's funny is that
like
Dean in the comments, Dean Sterney earlier mentioned he thought he saw a woman in white with her arms crossed.
Mm-hmm.
In a white dress with her arms crossed.
Yeah, I seen Dean put that on there. But so you and I just seen the one face and the boy or whatever it was there.
Yeah.
And as I looked at it again, I seen two faces up there. And then when I had him diagnosed, people were picking out more. I did see a bearded man. I did see him. He's up in the top 1, 2. But could it be your brain playing tricks? I don't know. All I know is I was there. And normally I walk through places like there ain't nothing here. You guys are full of crap. I've seen people scratch themselves. I've been involved in some bad ghost hunting, or paranormal hunting. Excuse me. And I was the same way with you. I said, "There's nothing here. You guys are crazy." Bang! It hit me.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny because Dean actually brings up a good point, and this is actually something I did not mention at all. Was that after going in there 2 times, she wanted to go back a 3rd time. And Steven and I told her, no, we're done for today. We are done for the day. Maybe later on, but
her video was scrutinized by at least 4 different people that I know. Okay. And Reverend Sean said to tell her this.
Okay.
She could either be a medium to it, or I don't know what it means, a medium to it, or have a gift. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Don't kill that gift. Let her get her some books. Let her read up on it. She could be one of the people that sense that stuff, and they could use her to get messages to you that could help.
Right. No, absolutely. And I'm not trying to downplay that at all.
No.
But at that point in time, when we got done with the second round and we went ahead and got back to camp, Steven and I went on the march for trying to get the sage and get everything else together for doing a cleansing with her.
Right.
Just in case, because of the simple fact that the time I went in there before, I asked, was it a man? No. Was it a woman? No response. Was it a child? And got a response. The fact that I got a response from a child, not a boy or a girl, but just a child, is the part that really kind of, I don't know, because what do demonic entities have a tendency to do in order to gain influence and to lower your guard? They take on the form of a child. This was something that I wanted to make sure that I was like, okay, I get it, but we're going to take a step back, get things to get. Yeah, exactly, Dean. They mimic kids. And that's what I wanted to make sure of, was that in case it was because of suspicions that I had, that you had, that Steven had, we wanted to make sure that there were no attachments once we were done.
Right. And
make sure that she was good and grounded, and
that's all tricky.
Care of.
That's all tricky. If she was a total person that would accept all that, maybe, but I don't think that place wanted to hurt anybody. I don't think it did either. There's things in there that could have, like that picture of mine by the window. That is a little kid or a demon. It's got 20 years. It looks like. Why did I take him photos all of a sudden? You were there. I said,
yeah.
I said something. Maybe so. I got something wants me to take 2 pictures. I took them. I don't. It's not one of these buildings, that was worth showing your family. It's an old run-down building,
From the experiences that I've had there so far, I don't believe that there's anything malicious or malevolent there. I think that it's something that is struggling. It is sad. It has a feeling of dread, and it feels like it's trapped, but it wants to be left alone.
Right.
Either leave it alone or tear it down so it can pass on.
Yeah, because it was told to me by several people, that's a portal. That's a portal. If you go back and look at these photos, I'll put them up again. Here's a piece of evidence that was told to me. Okay, this one right here in this room, the room on the bottom left. Okay, was where the little boy or demon, whatever it was called, whatever it was.
Right
above now. So that'll be now. It's the room on the bottom right. So right above that, up in his attic, is where those faces and things come that you see.
Correct.
I was told that area all up through there is a portal right there. That's where they come in and that's where they come out.
Which is interesting because that is that's in a different section of the house, because pretty much if you go in through the doorway there on the bottom floor,
right,
go to the right by about 6 feet and go back in farther towards the center of the house, that's where that friggin' chimney place, that's where that fireplace with the chimney going up through the house is located at. In front of that fireplace is where you finally picked up on it, on something being there.
Yes.
Directly above that is where that trap was painted up on the ceiling of the second floor. You see what I'm saying?
I do.
So it could be something that it is just pulling it, and it's almost like a splash effect. Basically, it's coming down through there and it's radiating almost like a ground plane does. If you know anything about friggin' radio frequency theory, or another way to describe it is like taking, doing the dropper into a glass of water. You get the up ripples that come back up, and then it ripples out. You drop the drop into the water, it comes down, splashes out, and then ripples out.
Right.
And I think what you're seeing is that splash up effect in regards to that, because it's going to span out a certain amount of ways before it comes back in on itself and then ripples out.
Right. And that's just two, now guys, these are just two opinions of a couple of rednecks, that had an experience. We're not basing, this is not law or anything like that. We're saying this, there's a couple of rednecks out there and we had an experience. We're sharing with you what we had, because it weirded us out a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And let's.
And Aaron, we don't know.
People want to be. You guys are big tough guys. We are. J-Dub and I are big men, but we seen what we seen and felt what we felt. What is it? I don't know. So I just want y'all to look everything over, blow these pictures up, take your phone, take your finger, make them big. You can see what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And it freaked us out. So you do you, and I mean, yeah. I don't know, Mariah. I don't know if she plans on going back. That's something new.
She wants to. She wants to go back. Aaron, I was actually referencing your question, asking if she avail, and like I said, I don't know. We don't know.
Oh, I don't even know what avail is. Yeah, I don't have any idea. Yeah. But you appreciate you guys joining us. We got 16 minutes left in the show. I just want to tell you all, appreciate you all coming in. Share it out. Share the show out so people can watch it later. J-Dub, good buddy of mine from Bv Nation Radio, joined us today. I appreciate him having on there. We're talking about an experience we had in Oregon out there. We had some good experiences. We had this experience. I don't know what's good. Don't know what's bad. It's good. It's a good discussion piece. Okay, to talk about. And he's been on there. We did some top 10s. You missed him. Go back and watch the show.
You know what, Richie? I'm not gonna lie, dude. I've been actually looking forward to this interview for a while. Especially since 4th of July weekend, and we actually tried to set it up once before, doing something with it. Plans kind of fell through, but now actually being able to get the chance to come on air, tell a story of what all's gone on, so that way folks that do kind of follow along with these sorts of things, they can get something out of it as well.
Yeah. And we got some other stories, like, for example, I stayed when I got out there, I checked into a Motel 6.
Oh my God, here we go again.
In Canby. Okay? In Canby. And it was late Thursday night time I got there, because I had to meet everybody, and we were all having a drink and all this thing. And so I got there, checked in my place, out. It's like ghetto. You had to walk around the side of a corner, and that's kind of sketchy. And then check in, give your credit card information, blah blah blah. So I go down and get a room, room 116 or room 106, whichever one. It don't matter. But anyway, go down there, check in, go sleep. Next day, I wake up, put on my nice, fresh, clean socks. Okay, that I bleached so I wouldn't look like an idiot. Walk in the bathroom, stepped in about a quarter, half inch of water. I'm thinking, okay. So I took them off, laid them up on the thing to dry. Got dressed. I go out, and I told the guy, I said, "Nah, I'll be back." And I told him I get another room, but hey, you got a bathroom leak and you got water on the floor. And all night long, their her water heater just ran and freaking ran. And upstairs must have had a jungle gym upstairs for kids because that guy had some awesome sex. I need to shake his damn hand because it was all the time.
Right.
Or something going on up there. I don't know, a dance studio, whatever. But anyway.
Slamming and jamming, baby.
Slamming and jamming. So I get back in late Friday. I get ready to go up to get another room on Saturday. I hear answer the door. The wife was out there. Now, understand something. Hindus love pimp. Okay, I had him come to my comedy show. Redneck pimp. Just loving. I don't even know how to spell Hindu. Okay, but I love it. Well, not this Hindu. She knocks on the damn door. I said, "Yes, ma'am." She goes, "You owe me $90." I said, whoa, ma'am, I got a receipt. I already paid for the room. No, I don't owe you $90. No. You owe me $90. You water leak. Oh, no, that's not me. That water that was leaking from you guys. No. You took shower. You didn't put the curtain inside. It leaked. You owe me $90. I said, lady, you can go pound sand. I'm not giving you no $90. Okay? You bring key. You bring your key right now. When I'm done getting dressed, I'll bring the key up. And
you bring it right now. Right now.
No, you bring it right now. I shut the door on her ass. Right? So I got dressed, gathered up all my trinkets because I was going to take my stuff anyway. I mean, I was leaving that room anyway because we was going to go down. We're going to go down.
We're heading over east.
Yeah. So I got my stuff. I go up to the place, right? And she's still yelling. You owe me $90. I said, ma'am, I don't owe you no $90. I got the water leak. It cost me $90. I said, whoa. This is your fault. If you paid $90 for a water leak, that's your problem. I could have fixed it with $5. Well, for $5 on a caulking gun, I could have fixed the leak for you. Okay, I'm not paying you. Right. I need another room. For Sunday night. You get no room.
You get no room. You don't stay here no more.
You no room. I'm like, what do you mean I don't get what? I said,
take $5. You break. You buy. You leave now.
I grab up my bags. I'm thinking, so I can't have no room. No, you banned. I said, no, is that just here or is that all Motel 6s? You get out of here. I went to walk out the door. And I said, does this mean you won't leave the light on for me? Now here I am standing outside in the freaking parking lot. When JD pulls up, he looked at me weird like, what are you standing out in the middle of the parking lot? I said, I got kicked out of Motel 6. He goes, get in. Why?
Get in the truck, Pimp. God damn it. This is why we can't have nice things.
and I thanked him for that because I told that story on stage in Lawson, Missouri, and they stood up and clapped. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much for the free material.
You're welcome anytime, brother.
Thank you, Motel 6, you sons of bitches. So we had some interesting times out there. We did. Jay, we got a little bit left. What do you guys got coming up? What do you got going on over there, Bv Nation?
Not a whole lot really in the pipeline right now, man. Just trying to get things back into a routine because, it's the summer season. We're all busy, just busy doing our shows and everything else. We got our 2 music shows that we do during the week over on Spreaker, on the Spreaker app. You can find us over there by searching us Backwoods Veterans Media. And y'all got the greatest soundbite on that Bv Nation show. Yeah, has a lot of ums in it. Sounds like somebody named Dean, last name is Cerny. Another one. Or is he talking about the one with Athen?
No. FM.
Got you, Fox Mike tracking. Oh, there it is in the comments.
Verification. Yeah.
Right. But no, I mean, we have Wednesday nights. By the way, both our music shows on Wednesdays and Friday nights are both from 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific. That's 10 to midnight Eastern over there on Spreaker. That's Wednesdays is a Hump Day Hangover that we do with our buddy EO Complaint and myself. He's the main host. And that one's pretty much everything rock. And then Friday nights is our Rockabilly Radio. That's with myself and my buddy DJ Alex, also known as Alex, who's floating around in the comments. I don't know if he's still watching or not, but Mr. Alex Ford, the 2 of us are on there, and we do that one. And then High Tech has a segment on there, bringing his inspirational drill sergeant quotes. We do a weekly safety brief, just like you would get while you're in, and we do some other shenanigans on there as well. But that one's more of a country rock crossover. So that one's a good one. And then Sunday nights we do Bv Nation Radio. That one is on from 6 to 7 Pacific. So from 9 to 10 Eastern, you can catch myself in High Tech, as well as our newest co-host, Mr. Aaron Staples, who's also a fellow U.S. Army veteran. He's our outdoor guy now. And of course, Mondays from 6 to 6:30 Pacific, you can catch myself and Pops with his rendition of Pop Steaks, where he gives his unique outlook on the issues of the day. So,
by the way, what a great guy. I mean, I met that dude. He's a great guy. I'm pretty sure I gained another fan. Him meeting me. Excellent dude, man. He's a great guy.
I think that kind of went as a two-way street, honestly, between the two of you guys. You know, when you and Pops met, the two of you really hit it off. But, you know, it's that devil dog brotherhood. You know, it doesn't matter if it's an old breed or new breed. No. They're all the same breed. It's a Marine breed. That's all there is to it.
Yeah. So you guys got a lot going on. What we got going on real quick for some, because we got new people here joining on our W Entertainment. Appreciate it. Now, all our times are Eastern, or Central. Excuse me, Eastern. What an idiot. Dumbass. How you been doing this? Central times. Okay. Mondays at 15:30. Bolts and Arrows with Judy. This teenager knows more about shooting and arrows than most grown men. Okay. Fight.
Nice.
I'm fight me. Tune in. You get educated. Ask her questions. Now, she's kind of new, so she's a little nervous about running the comments. Okay. So if you watch her, keep the language in check, guys. Okay. Keep the language in check when you watch her. She's doing real good. We're proud of her. Athen was running that, so she had technical issues. Go figure. Okay. So when Matt took it over, ran better, and Jennifer does a hell of a job when she runs it. Anyway, and at 1700 on Monday, another new show. We got Dungeons Corner. Dungeons Corner. It's a D&D game. Now, they're good. I just can't watch it. I'm not a Dungeons and Dragons fan.
That D&D guy.
However, they're doing a good job. A couple teenagers.
There's a lot of folks that are, though.
Yeah, there's a lot of people into it. They had 4 people on the screen playing this game and had more people commenting. So watch them. On Tuesdays at noon our time, Where's My Grill? Host Roy Anthony show. Get on there and tell me he sucks. It's time Roy sucks and then get off here. But, Tuesday at 1700, that's us here at the WO radio show. Wednesday at the 1900, you got Blue Phoenix Gaming with Jennifer. She's one of the producers on here as well. She's one of the head producers. I'm sorry, I'm lost my place there. Oh, Thursday at noon, Where's My Girl with Roy again? He's Where's My Girl with Roy again on Thursday. He's good at what he does. On Thursdays at 1400, we got Cars and Coronas. He's on a break right now, but come back. This young man knows a lot about cars and apparently a lot about Coronas, and he puts on a good show. And so check him out. At 1900, we have The Hideout with Athen and Jennifer and Roy and whoever runs the damn thing. Okay.
Right.
Now, it's not on here.
The bag.
You go on here, you go on here and you can get a link to Spreaker. And so it's right before J-Dub. I mean, as soon as we go off the air, J-Dub's on the air with theirs.
Yep.
So you can have up to 4 hours of music there, ladies and gentlemen. Up to 4 hours of just music, just doing your thing and getting what you got done. People in her comments say, I love Mr. Athen. Well, Athen's a good dude. And after that's over with, at 2100 on Friday, you have Married with Comedy. That's Jeff Onyx and his new host, Joe. Jeff's going to be doing some reruns. He's going to have knee surgery, so he's going to miss a couple weeks. But catch him. He's got survival tips. He's got some corny dad jokes. If you like corny dad jokes, he's your man. And at Saturday, you have Hot Boxing with Matt. He's one of our sponsors on here. He does great barbecue and how he teaches you how to barbecue and all that. And Sunday is 1700 somewhere. We lost the Allied Fighters because Athen's got a job and he's doing well. So he just got time to do a 1700 somewhere on Sundays. And that's our rundown here at the WO Entertainment of all the Shiite we got going on. And we got more things coming. We're in the works to get a bunch more people coming on. About to run out of time slots. But hey, that's a good thing. And again, it's all entertainment for you guys. It ain't for us. I don't care. You can go and talk about Dungeons and Dragons all day long. As long as you guys are entertained, we love it. We're entertained by it.
Exactly. That's the name of the game out here, man. We're just trying to take care of each other and basically play brother's keeper. And as long as, you guys are not in that dark place and not thinking about doing that permanent solution to a temporary problem, that's our big thing. That's why we do it. Whether we're helping one veteran at a time or, 1,000 at a time, that's the big thing, is that we're trying to make sure that you guys are, Pimps likes to say, if you're not laughing, you're crying, or if you're not crying, you're laughing, something like that, something along those lines. But it rings true, though. It really does. And that's why we do this stuff. I mean, I don't make any money. I mean, and the funny thing is about it, I run an actual business with Backwoods Veterans, but we don't get anything out of it. High Tech and I spend more into it than we do anything else.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, and Pimp, I know you guys don't really get anything out of it, but the fact of the matter is that that's not why we do it.
No,
it's the passion and the drive to be able to help take care and look out for each other.
Absolutely,
doing these shows. That is why we do it.
And understand something. There's people on here that want your money. Want you to PayPal them for nothing.
Yeah.
There's two outfits that I know we're gonna brag upon. There's two organizations, myself and Bv Nation, who put their money where their mouth is. We say we're gonna do something for veterans. When we have a big show to raise money, that's what we do. Okay.
Yep.
That way where the money's going. You're a part of it. We love you to be a part of it. That's why November 6th is very important. We're helping veterans. So this is not some random person. We're helping our brothers and sisters out on that, to help them with a car and food and things like that. And we want you guys to help us out. If you feel like donating, hit me up. I'm not going to beg you to donate. I don't do that. If you want to donate, hit me up and donate. Bv Nation already stepped up to the plate. They made a donation, so they didn't have to, because they've helped us out quite a bit, and appreciate that. But guys, we got a couple minutes left in the show. I want to thank you all so much for joining us. Let Jada tell our story. He's right. We had this story lined up to be told different times, different people.
Things just didn't pan out.
Things didn't pan out. Evidence went out. Things didn't pan out. So we decided we'd do it ourselves. Neither one of us are paranormal investigators, but there ain't much to investigate. We let you look at the evidence and the videos, and we did it. So we appreciate you. Listen, if you got somebody who who needs help, don't hesitate. There's guys through here put their number on here all the time. Bv Nation is not hard to find.
Nope.
Simple click, 2 fingers, you can find it.
Find us on Facebook. You can find us on our website, backwoodsvets.com.
That's right.
All our information and get a hold of us, is over there. We're all over social media. We're all over the place, man.
That's right.
Don't be afraid to hit us up. Rather spend 3 hours listening to your story than 30 minutes at your funeral.
That's right.
That's just how it is.
And I'm going to say this because I'm not one to bash the VA a whole lot, because I know we all know they got good, they got good, and they got bad. Okay, we've all got bad stories of them. But listen, if you need help in the VA, there's a suicide hotline from the VA. They will get you some sort of help. Some of you that might be enough help. Some of you need comedy. Some of you need music. That's why we provide comedy and music. What we do, we don't want you killing yourself. That number's too damn high. We're losing, and I've even read now that it's getting close to 30 a day commit suicide. So guys,
yeah, it's horrible.
J-Dub, and I appreciate you. J-Dub, thanks for coming on, brother. I love you, man. You know where we're at together. I'd walk through hell for you, guys. We walk through hell for you guys watching. All you guys watching, we walk through hell for you guys. So, on behalf of everybody here at Woe Entertainment, on behalf of everybody at Bv Nation, J-Dub, I'm Redneck Pimp. Y'all have a good night. Don't dog ahoy.